Hello? Alright. Oh yeah. I need to also open the Twitch window so that I have an idea what you type, if anything, anyone, something. Okay, screen appears to be okay. Alright. And of course my nose itches because I'm playing, or I'm going to. Alright. Oh. What? Oh, okay. Can actually use the scroll wheel to change weapon, which is nice. Though I wish I knew it earlier. Anyway, yeah. We're heading that way. Or we could go... Alright, let's go to the mine. I mean, it's here. I'm sure it's perfectly safe to go there, right? Where is it? It's that way. No. 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 There. Alright. Let's do this. Stone Candle Mines. Wow, that was very quick. Can I open this? Sometimes deadly traps are hidden along your way. Keep a careful eye out for the trigger mechanisms. Oh, there's a bear trap there. Can I disable it somehow? That didn't go as planned, okay. You have acquired a hammer. Hammers are a warrior weapon specialized in crushing and knocking down enemies. I know that. No, 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 no. Oh shit, not good, not good. Alright, let's get out of here. No, 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 no. I need some health. Alright, I got health. Ooh. I think he avoided it. Terrible. Alright, finished. Oh, you little shit. No. Exactly, stay down, bitch. Or cat, or whatever it is. Kobold. Kobold. I don't know what type of animal or creature that is. No. Health regen potion. Increases your health regeneration rate by a small amount. Okay. Minor. I have that one, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, this rat's good too. Oh, I have it there. Okay, never mind. I do. Wait. I think I can wear this. Nice. Yeah. The reason it doesn't show is because I have disabled it in an option in the game which allows you to block it from appearing. The effects still count. Ooh, nice. Coke. Light. Oh, another one. What the f... Ah, finally. Very little damage though. Alright. Exactly. Beautiful. Not good. Oops. Fall back, fall back. Not good. Not good. Alright. Oh, you little shithead. Come on, the armor up. The shield. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Still alive? No. Alright. I have to say, I'm getting disappointed with the longbow. Okay, this appears to be much more powerful. One second. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can take one of them out. I'll go this way because there are two here. I don't know if they can see me. Let's try the sword. I love how I can switch between weapons on the fly. Almost level 2. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. Repair kit. Stone gather log, yeah? You've acquired a gem. Gems are powerful enhancements that can be added to weapons and armor at the Sage crafting workbench. Okay. What is it? Huh. Obviously I'm not going to use it yet because I don't know anything about weapons and all that. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, I noticed that that thingy on the top left is flashing, but I don't remember how to use it. Damn it. Reckoning mode X. Okay. Static daggers, okay. I want to check the manual again, but 1 second. So you do some lightning damage on impact and during time. On, you know what I mean. And they are actually more powerful too. Alright, I can... let's keep it for now. And let's quickly check the consumables for what? Oh yeah. Let's quickly check the manual. What is it? Status? No. I remember those. Manual. Alright. What do I want to check? What did I want to check? Damn it. Shit, I forgot. Oh yeah. How to unlock things. Skills and abilities. How can I go there? Don't tell me I have to go this way. Lockpicking. What? Come on. Okay. Destiny. No. How can I? Come on, unlocking. Locks something. Let's go to the world of Amalur. No? Player housing. Wow, it's getting hot in here. Oh, that's nice. Use the special treasure chest in your character's house to store items you no longer want him or her to carry. Stash boxes are linked, meaning that your character can access his or her items from any of his or her houses. So basically a bit like Far Cry 2. What? Wow. The game is huge. Excuse me. That's a Coke for you. Trying to see if I can find something about unlocking. No, nothing there. Well, okay. Gonna have to find something about it later. Now I know this is the exit that it came from, but I want to see it. Okay, you don't have to jump down now. Yeah, let's go check the other pathway. Other path. Freaking nose. My nose, my kingdom for the nose. That doesn't itch all the time when I'm playing games. Well, at least when I stream. I think the game auto-saved. Looks much larger. Tell you what, let's increase the volume of the music. It's quite good, and so far we're okay with it. By that I mean, you know what I mean. Beautiful. Ooh. I don't have any time to just don't get it. Alright. Let me check the item. Oh, nothing. Okay. Alright. We got detect hitting last time. I want to continue on this. I mean, more gold is never bad. And enemies facing, I think that's gonna be important. I might. Freaking nose. Alright. Yeah, let's do this. What am I using now? Well, let's get one. Now let's get the maximum of this. You never know. Okay. Unlock destinies. Bit confused. I am a bit confused. So I cannot actually do anything. I need might 11. How much do I have now? I have might 1. Confused. Okay, this is a long sword. So what did we leave behind? It was another long sword, okay. Okay, so we did okay, I think. We did okay. Can I not go there? I cannot go there? I think at least for now the path is blocked. Okay. Can I fast travel there? Oh, I can set waypoints. Okay. Well, I had to try it. Actually, let's go that way. Seriously, not entirely sure what I'm doing. Anyway, let's continue. I actually like it that the music doesn't play all the time. It actually improves the atmosphere. Oh, it got night. Okay, so there are time changes. Beautiful. Okay, I'll set up. Reminds me a bit of Star Trek 1, the music. What's this? Dalendar Stone.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Who's playing the guitar? Hey, it's not junk. Let's keep it for now. Shadow Prism. On use, creates a timed explosion that can attract the attention of surrounding enemies. Not sure if I can use it now. By that I mean I don't want to use it now. I have a feeling this is not friendly. Or perhaps it is. Huh. Oh, horsey. Chicken? Alright, this appears to be something that I have to kill. Oops, I didn't have to kill it. It was right next to it. I have no idea what you are or what you were, but I apologize. That's a shame. Oh, I feel bad now. Thought it was some kind of enemy that I had to defeat.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
Faye? Here?
Keep moving. This business doesn't concern you. Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about.
Alright, goodbye. I need to change my view because I cannot see shit. Alright, now they left. Let's talk again.
As I said before, you should move along. What are they? I'm not sure, but they've been here for longer than any of us can imagine. They're older than the trees. They have to be. They grew them. Humans and immortals cannot live together in peace. At least not forever. The peace we have with the Summer Court is unnatural. That's my opinion. You might call it a Fey nation, one of two united factions that rule their kind. The Summer Court are not exactly allies, but they do let us be, most of the time. It's the other Fey, the Winter Court, that has spawned the dreaded Tuatha, a vicious clan of killers who wish to defeat and enslave all mortals. Are you playing a trick on me? I would hope so. We're going on 10 years of the mortals and the Tuatha locked in a deadly embrace. Normally, I'd decry the bloodshed, but this is a conflict that we cannot afford to lose. Bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls. Or perhaps those are just rumors. You should be fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond the boundaries of Gorhart, however, your life is in your hands. I'd never seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of warriors ventured inland to strike behind our lines. Believe the stories, friend. The Tuatha were mad. They have been touched by a dark magic. They are wholly corrupted, and they are the enemy. I don't know if you noticed, but St. Ordwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all. The Brothers of St. Ordwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what goes on behind those closed doors.
Where's the woman? Oh, no.
As I said before, you should move along.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. I don't know what the Tuatha will be doing this far from the front lines. It must be something vital to their interests. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. I've seen many bandit clans in the Crystal War and back home, but these men are a particular breed. They like their victims weak and bloody. The Red Legion has been a presence in the area for several weeks now. Our people are scared to show their faces after dark. I'm the Warden of Gorhart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days.
Why are his teeth blue?
I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Gorhart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Gorhart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days, but it's not their way to go after the Fae in the area. They like their targets mortal. In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though.
I don't know. Well, we don't know what kind of fate it is, so...
Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit... untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but... I'm a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. Bye now.
Yeah, so why not? Let's do this.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid, so perhaps Mitharu is at work. The Fae are stubborn fools. They treat their souls like toys, with no thought of right or wrong, chaos or order. I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my sons. I live my life as an example of Mitharu's wishes for our kind. The first bricks were laid 50 years ago by Odwig himself, before his demise at the hands of trolls. We honor him by converting the Fae to the worship of Mitharu. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. But that does not keep us from trying. We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Faelands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens. Oderath is a savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil of wicked hearts. I fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alpha, trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him.
Is he calling him a moron?
Mitharu be praised. His order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fae ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. He is a good boy, but our youngest, and Egan often suffers from doubt. That is to be expected. One can only grow out of conflict, especially conflict of the spirit. I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that wisdom would come in time, but he is impatient, rash. He wanted a faster way to enlightenment and power. Egan was last seen in the woods outside the walls, just north of the village. Bless you, child.
Well, let's deal with the Fae first. I was aiming for the boxes.
Nothing to see back here. Just a man working for his pay. We in Gorehart like to stay focused on our business. That way the Fae stay focused on theirs. I'd rather not talk about it. My past is a murky place. It's better not to enter lest you wish to get lost there. Suits my needs just fine. It's remote, away from the shadows of the Crystal Wall. It's also quiet. Well, most of the time. What do you know of the Red Legion? Whatever it is, forget it. You'll be safer, wiser, and better off in the end. Ignorance is bliss, my friend. The peace between mortals and the Fae is a passing one. They will always see us as occupiers of this land. We borrow what can never be given. Those fools in that mission on the hill are wasting their days. Creatures of such power do not worship gods. They are gods. If there was ever a reason to believe that Fae and mortals cannot live together, it is this strange and brutal war. The Alpha fight without any true knowledge of the enemy they face. I've seen this kind of conflict before and it never ends well. Gorehart is an Almain settlement, so you won't find too many Alpha here. They tend to stay close to Rathia, their city on the coast. I don't mind them. Their goal is to convince the Fae of their folly, but one cannot reason with the sunrise, ask the wind to cease its chill. You should speak with them if you haven't already. They are a sorry lot, and their numbers dwindle. Men forsake their faith and disappear into the woods, or worse.
The fuck? The fuck is this? What the? I have no idea what that was. So how do I get finesse? Like this, right? Yeah. Wow, this is much more powerful.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever. Lystrom was out of town when Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange. She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. Oh my, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never forget, he must never eat chicken. And once in a while, he will need to peck at things on the ground, and every morning at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
I'm bleeding.
May your hollow gods keep you, mortal. I am called Airy. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. They amuse me, and I strive to learn all I can from them. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice. I feel them near, flitting through the western woods like shafts of shadow in the sunlight. What could have brought them here, I wonder? The Tuatha do not trouble themselves with easy prey. If they prowl these woods, it is for worthy quarry. I find them so interesting, from their vestments to their odd habits and demeanors. Just yesterday I saw a monk from the Almain mission sneaking through the underbrush. Strange creatures you are. Strange, but glorious. I adore every sad soul in the village, even stubborn Herc with his tender heart, and drunken old Arnick. The widow fascinates me. She has no idea that her lover is dead. I watch them from my perch, hoping to learn the meaning behind their pursuits and passions. If I could, I would grant each of them an eternity. Alas, I cannot. Feylands? Yes, I've heard these words before, but do not understand their meaning. There are only Fey, and there is only land. I do find Almain sentiments so charming. We are kin to the seasons and cycles of all life, to new life and perpetual growth. Mortals may view the warmth of the petals and smell the beauty of a newborn bud, but only Fey know the strength of the roots beneath the surface. I wandered the forest for many seasons, listening to lore stones of the great ballads. Before that, I dwelled in the gardens of Issa. I prefer the quiet of this village, the mirth of the witless. Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. It is often difficult to distinguish one mortal from another. The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. If she is meant for the Great Cycle, then so be it. However, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your mortal remedies. I've always wondered. It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. They contain memories, great moments, ideas, songs and inspirations. The Fae do not record their words in ink or on paper. Ink fades, paper crumbles. Lore stones mark where our kind has made a lasting impression, where the seasons slowed to take note of glory on a grand scale. All of us are at the mercy of the changing seasons, mortal and Fae alike. If it is one's time to pass into the Great Cycle, then we must not protest. The passing is keeping with autumn, and is as natural as the eventual rebirth. I cannot reveal much. The gardens are the jewel of the summer court, a wonder beheld by few mortals. It is located far east of here in a wood so thick it would devour all but those who knew its secrets. Do not pursue such mysteries, mortal. They are not for you. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill. Farewell.
Greater healing potion. Where am I going to recipe? Where am I going to find the recipe? Let's have a look at this area. Looks interesting.
I have a secret to tell you. I am not sad. When I was a girl, my father used to tell me that when you grow old with someone, you tie your fates together and create a pattern that is part yours and part theirs. My father said that this is why when an old person dies, their partner is never far behind. But I do not feel that way. I feel free.
Cannot go that way. Let's swim. I have to say, the map is much larger than it first looks. Beautiful. Alright, we'll go later. These are disgusting creatures. Oh, they killed humans. Or at least they found... Actually, I don't know if they killed them or not, but... Wait, didn't I find some writing earlier? I think I did. Wait. I'm not sure if that was it, but anyway. What's that? Is he hostile? Well, he wasn't friendly. Yeah, this is pointless. Yeah, the longbow sucks. I mean, it's okay for a fast attack, but it doesn't really help much after that. What? Oh yeah, I need the finesse. Can I go there though? I guess. Can I go to there and then left and then... I want to loot the chest first and then continue. No, it's not possible. Let me check. 67, right? So if I get this one, wow, 28 is good. So torso is chest. And legs. Okay, so if I remove this, 89. Okay. Alright. Let's use the robes. Remains the same. They get extra ammo. Ammo? Mana. No. Prefer this one. Now where's the enemy? Alright, just kidding. I think I can do it. That didn't work.
She bested Streng in combat fair. Finian cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll. She lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
I'm not sure if this is just for the atmosphere or it actually helps you with something. Alright, Scout's longbow looks probably better. Okay, so the reagents don't appear to be counting towards your limit. Let's see if this is any better. You've reached the limits of your character's inventory. These limits can be further increased through the purchase of backpacks at certain merchants. You do not have enough destroy or sell items. Okay. Let's see. From your inventory you can remove any excess items by marking an item for later sale, by right-clicking the item and selecting Add to Junk, dragging the item to the junk bank in the lower right corner, or removing it altogether and destroy the item by left-clicking and dragging out of the inventory. Well, I want to keep this in case I increase my finesse somehow. I guess this I'm not going to use. Yeah, the junk items actually appear to be part of the whole thing. Anyway, what did I do here? It's definitely more powerful. Tell you what. Nothing. Alright, let's destroy something I don't need. Old shoes, right? Okay, I got one item back. I don't know their prices. I have nothing to base my thingy. Okay, this must be something not worth too much. Summer Day 6 Daybreak. Journal of Sigbert Sourth. Nothing today. My journey is young and the forest remains fairly hospitable to outsiders. Ignore the warnings was a wise decision. There are no rivals. The search for Amon's keys belongs to me, and me alone. It's only a matter of time. The statues of Amon litter the forest, taunting me. If I can just secure the keys, I'll be able to open them and partake of the treasures soon. Day 13, Dusk. Odorath is beautiful as I have always heard, especially the perilous lands north of St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I was almost struck down by a sprite. That is until a brave villager from Gorhart arrived on the scene to act as my savior. He introduced himself as Ugnar Odgrey. Such an odd name, it could only belong to a Varani. Summer, Day 67, Daybreak. I visited the House of Ballad's grounds today. All my adult life has been spent learning about this legendary figure, so even a slight glimpse was worth a trip. I'm beginning to believe that one of Amon's keys lies behind its high walls. If my scholarly work has been done correctly, the location of the keys will soon be known to me. Summer, Day 83, Dusk. I have done it, at long last. After years searching in the annals of Adessa and scouring the Fey lands, I have secured one of the 5 fabled keys of Amon. Now, only if I could find the other 4. Can I can sell them, I guess. Bones. Why do I have bones? The ceremonial Red Legion blade that once belonged. I cannot do anything with it. Okay. Dear Miss Wolflack, we regret to inform you that your husband Camden Wolflack was killed in battle while serving on the walls of Mel Sincere. Sincerely, General Tillera, Alpha Army. Right, I'll keep this for now. How can I... Did I miss someone? Yeah, I did. I think they respawn. Okay, never mind then. No? Yes. Ah, sure, let's try this. Ah, it's okay, but I'd rather have the daggers. Well, that was fun. What is this? Ouch! I need to find some way of regenerating my health. Anonymous Journal, Day 20. Finally made it to this forest, don't like it. Trees everywhere to hide enemies, will have to tell Holgar. It's hard to see how a shadow... No. It's hard to see what's a shadow and what's a creature. Tomorrow I reach Gorhart, the last stop before the Fey lands. The trip so far has been uneventful, so be able to find work among these folk. Excuse me. Fun work. Guarding a trader between this village and a gnome tower. His name is Wallace. quiet town, isolated. He's afraid of the pixies hiding in the bushes. Not surprising, coming from someone who lives in the village of cowards. Probably afraid he'll end up like Alden Gorhard's father, eaten by a Barghest. I don't know what that is. Day 27. Saw something entering an overgrown thicket on the way to Ardennes, and I thought I glimpsed something shining in there. Treasure, perhaps? I wouldn't be so lucky, but I'll go see what I can find tomorrow. Okay. Junk. Leather meat? Why do I have this? What is a leather meat? So I got it. That's so weird. Can't see me. Alright. Tap to... What is this? Okay, cancel.
If I have to live for the rest of my life without him knowing, well then I'll deal with that. I think there's something to be said for it. I think it's noble. Yeah, I could tell someone, but that's just asking for praise. What makes it an act of kindness is that nobody knows, or at least that he doesn't know. I let him have the glory. No one has to know his arrow missed. He saved the town. He's a hero.
What is that green thing on the minimap? Don't know. I have to say, as much as I like it and I find it beautiful, I also find it depressing. where can I buy stuff? What's this?
Greetings. Did you see the war sworn at the inn? I wonder if he's trying to find new hirelings. Maybe I should volunteer. Believe me, the attack has me spooked. I'm not even a proper warden, just a volunteer. I'll stick to jail duty. At least there, the criminals are behind locked doors.
For some reason, she reminds me of Sly.
Our guests aren't the wickedest breed you'll find in these forests, but they're bad enough to earn a spot in my collection. Stay clear. That's an order. My cousin is Herc Adwald, the village warden. You might have met him. Herc asked me to move to Gorhart to help him keep the peace. I've only been here a few days, and look what I'm up against. Red Legion, Tuatha, and bodies lying in the road. I'm off to a grand start.
Come in. Welcome to Gorhart, the last settlement before the Feylands. How can I fill your pack today?
This character provides services. You can enter the service menu by clicking the service button on the something. I think it's the shop one, okay.
I refuse to speak of them. Please respect my wishes. Me? Widowed, going on 5 years now. All my boys were taken by the Tuatha. Both sons, my brother, and my beloved Avery. Wicked business, this war. Oh, I doubt it's an organized group. More likely that it's one scared idiot with a knife. I heard someone in the village mention the Red Legion, but that can't be true. Some call it the Camp of Cowards, on account of it being settled by those who refuse to enter the forest. Can you blame them? Never trust a wood that whispers. There's Nettie the Smith, and Nanny handles potions and remedies. The inn's across the way if you fancy a pint. Keep an eye out for the Red Legion, though. The Fae are elemental creatures, magical and strange. None too considerate of us mortals either. They see us like pets, or worse, like bugs. It's best that you stay out of the eastern forest. I've seen things you can't even imagine. The road is dark and dangerous, and it's a long hike to Didenhill. You will find it settled on a small lake beside the eastern road. Compared to Gorhart, Didenhill could be called a city. The Alfar and the Tuatha have been at each other's throats for nearly a decade now. I can't remember the reason. I wonder if they can, the fools.
So I can sell old junk. Okay. I don't know if that's enough or not. She has weapons. And get information. Not worth buying. Well, this has higher physical damage, but yeah, lower piercing damage, no ice damage or freezing damage. Yeah, I can't say I'm impressed. This is good, but very expensive for me. Ooh, that's good, but again, very expensive. Right. Is 57 for one? No, it was for... yes, it was. Is there a board item thing? Yeah. No, not that. Okay.
Come see me again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Itharu have mercy.
Who are you?
Goreheart used to be bigger before the war.
That's what she said.
Stay indoors after sundown. I wish I was fighting in the war.
Oh.
The action is in the east.
What?
No one's ever seen Tuatha this far west.
Are you here for a weapon? Going to earn a lord's favour in this ridiculous war, are you? I was raised to know weapons before anything else. You won't meet many women who could fashion arrow fletchings before they could speak.
What?
I hear their warriors die as easily as any others, only they don't stay dead. That can be a problem during wartime. I intended to pledge my sword to the Alpha, to fight the blasted Tuatha. Had my helmet freshly polished, my sword sharpened to a deadly edge. Then I saw the carts headed west. They carried the corpses of the fallen, some all the way from Melsenshire. After that, my fire to fight went out. Forever. It is an Alpha stronghold in the east. And if the reports from the front are to be believed, Melsenshire is all that stands between the Tuatha and us. The Fae are one with this land in ways that no mortal race could ever be. They are true creatures of magic. Leave the village, walk 50 paces in any direction, and you'll find a Fae. Pray it's a friendly one. Look around you. These are no mere woods. This is the heart of the Feylands. Once you enter the forest, you won't emerge again until you reach the plains. We here in Goreheart are far from the front, and deliberately so. Our hearts may be with the Alpha, but our bodies stay here, safe on the other side of Dalentarth. We've seen our fair share of dead. The truth is, we have as many cemeteries as we do settlements.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Troublesome creatures, the Alpha. No doubt this war is a result of their meddling in the affairs of others.
Okay, repairing is not that expensive. Of course, my damage is not that high.
So long.
Greetings.
Forges will allow you to craft your own weapons and armor using the blacksmithing skill. Each type of equipment will show what components are required to make it. Components you are carrying will light up in green. Oh, that's a tool. Greatsword core, I assume it means a blade. And a hilt. Where am I? All unequipped weapons and armor in your inventory will appear here. Select one and press enter to salvage it for components. So this one. Well done, you can use salvage components to craft your own gear. Magical weapons and armor can be salvaged for better components. Can get a hilt. What does it mean? Oh, I don't even have the option of saying no. Okay. Never mind. Let's take them for now. I don't think this is gonna be an RPG where you can steal everything. So let's not do that. At least for now.
Hi. Did you hear that Nanny's apprentice calf disappeared? Just another strange occurrence.
What's this? Golden Age alchemy.
Welcome. Avoid the ruins of Agnafahal. They say the spirits of the Arathi dwell in its dark corridors. I don't go near the place.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leaking from your eye sockets? I've been noticing the symptoms everywhere. No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we could all be staring death in the face. What have I done? They are the Undying, the corrupted roots. Their existence is an abomination. Everything in Amalur exists for a particular reason, except for the Tuatha. They're not meant to be. Bandits, ruthless and well organized. The Red Legion is reaping many rewards by preying on vulnerable Almine settlers traveling east. Long ago, these villains confined themselves to the coast, but recently they've moved inland to avoid the war. Now they're our problem. If you must know, my name is Nanny Henry, formerly the chief alchemist of Alistar. But you wouldn't know what that is, would you? When the scholars in the tower ordered me to leave the grounds, I took refuge here. The Almain are a private people, keen to keep to themselves, like me. Do you really think I'm able to part with anything, much less one of my finest mixtures? This is a place of research. There is no charity. For years I dabbled in alchemy, healing, divination and transmutation. All of that seems frivolous now, what with the war looming over us. Now I spend my sleepless nights in search of a formula that will end such conflicts forever. I have seen many conflicts unfold, but never have I seen one in which the fates of so many are at stake. The Tuatha will not settle for simple victory. They want total domination and will do whatever it takes to achieve it. Haven't you seen it? The grim tower to the west. Avoid its shadow if you can, because what transpires inside Alistair will benefit no one, I would know. I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry. Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear your prowess is not with wit, but with a weapon. If you must know, something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that, if released, could cause untold devastation. I see its symptoms everywhere. Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well. It was an early version, unstable and rife with potential dangers. My hope is to develop a weapon that the Alfar can bring against our common enemy, the Tuatha. To say more would be to reveal my secrets. All I can say is that it involves lesions, goiters, and a good deal of pus.
Not sexy.
His name was Karth Hilfred. I found him one morning outside my door, picking through the ember eyes. I was impressed how well he knew his way around a plant. I've never seen one so eager to learn. I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. If disaster occurs in Odorath, it will be on my head. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter in the ancient chambers of Agnor Far Hall, an Erathi ruin east of Gorhart. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only way to keep us safe. The villagers believe it's haunted, but I have a feeling that's a ruse devised by the Red Legion. They mean to terrorize these people into submission, and it's working. He always spoke of his time as a wastrel living in the abandoned halls of Agnor Far Hall, the Erathi ruin. People say it's haunted, but people say many things. I fear for his life. Karth was gifted in a way that I've witnessed in only a select few. If the Red Legion has him, there's no telling of how he'll be treated.
So you do have one. Very expensive.
Goodbye.
This alchemy workbench will allow you to create potions using the alchemy skill.
content to live among the lives of the mission? They look down their eyes at you. They laugh at your ignorance. Mitharu does not dwell behind the mission's walls, no. She is in every rock, and every tree, every bud, and every stone. She is with all of us.
I'm not accustomed to all of this excitement. It was difficult enough to adjust to life during wartime. Now we have to be on our guard for Tuatha right here in our own home. What is this world coming to?
Sexy.
It's my understanding that they were once members of the Court of Winter, and Fae like any other. But something dark lured them, took them, and twisted them in its grip. It's strange. Those old birds have been perched on that hill for as long as I can remember, staring down over the rest of us in the village like hawks. I know so little about them. I don't even know their names. I was born and raised right here in the village. Well, not in Gorhart proper, but on a farmstead outside the village boundaries. It was a good life. Before the war, of course. I was a miller's love who became a miller's wife. Now I am the wife of a soldier. My duty is to hold vigil for my beloved and for all our men on the lines. I would think they were a myth if not for the Tuatha. The Fae keep far from us. Perhaps they view us as intruders in their lands. Perhaps they disapprove of our civilized ways. Perhaps they know something we don't. I fear that most of all. Truth be told, I know nothing of why the Tuatha are at war with the Alfar, nor why men fight the way they do. All I know is who picks up the pieces. The Tuatha's madness infected the Winter Court. All Fae existed peacefully for centuries, until the Tuatha got involved. It's sad. I'm hardly a scholar, but I can tell you what I know. There are two Fae factions, the gentle Court of Summer and its coarser cousin, the Court of Winter. As a child, we were told stories of their ancient rivalry. These are surely myths, but enough to scare a young girl. In the last few years, the Court of Winter has fallen, corrupted by a group of powerful Fae called the Tuatha. It's the Tuatha we fight, and the Tuatha we will defeat. My experience is limited to Arnik Arjuna and Katrin Allway. They seem the same as any of the rest of us. Wiser, perhaps, but decent, hard-working folk. Goodbye.
Avery, I came to Gorhart to look after your kin. Rika is as wonderful as you describe, as wonderful. Yet she is a shadow. She misses you, my friend, as do you all. I'll watch over her since you cannot, and I'll visit you often. This war be damned. Who could have guessed I would come to a mission and trade a prison for a cloister? If only we had both escaped. Also, alas, the bars were too strong, the Tuatha too cruel. Your brother-in-arms Mason. Avery. Who is Avery? Is that Avery? No. I don't know. Grave of Alden Gorhart. Beneath lie the remains of Alden Gorhart, leader, father, visionary. May Mitharu grant him rest and peace in keeping with the authorities' order. Okay. I'm a bit confused. Okay, we have the alchemist thingy here, the armory here.
What is the mission hiding?
Be quiet.
Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all should be asking. The bricks of St. Odwig
Wow,
were laid
she's
upon
loud.
a foundation of exclusion and hate.
Okay,
How
I have
else
to
do
go
you
and talk to her. I
explain their
think.
fear? They know the walls will topple.
Quiet, woman.
Enough of the oppression. Enough of the... Whatever you do, avoid the monks of St. Odwig's Perpetual. They deal in lies and false tenets. Their light of hope will leave you in shadow. She was wronged by someone in this village. That is an injustice I can understand. By its appearance, you'd assume Gorhart is a pleasant place. Never make assumptions. You don't know. It is less a mission than a fortress of deception, a citadel of lies. It throws its menacing shadow over all of Gorhart. Father Dinwell will try to defend his cause, but he is simply a soldier, marching to the orders passed down to him. None of them have minds of their own. It is the name I chose when I baptized myself in the clear waters of Metharu. I have undergone the ordination rites, and am as legitimate as any monk. He would be a good man if he could see past the rigidity of his faith. Metharu embraces all, not simply those that the Church deems worthy. If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then they would not exist in nature, period. Metharu's divine order governs all, even the Fae.
Greetings.
Well, at least
Here
he's
is the
quiet
order
now.
that Metharu has given us. I see no order in obstructing the truth.
I think it's upstairs.
See Nanny for alchemical goods.
What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. It will help, but it's not enough.
She looks terrified.
Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. We'll be enemies. She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fae heroes. They are warriors without equal, with centuries of glory to their names.
Not this one.
If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us. Gorhart would be a ruin by day's end. I'm not sure yet, but this is bad. She's Fae. Even worse, she's a knight in the House of Ballads. Fae don't kill their own, so it must have been someone in Gorhart. If the House of Ballads learns of this, the king will burn Gorhart to the ground. They see all mortals as invaders. We could go to the Warsworn and get an oath of protection, but that would require payment. We mustn't cover this up. But who do we tell? You're turning out to be very helpful, my friend. You have my gratitude. I'll see to it that you're honored. Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here, in Glendara to the northeast. Try to gain entrance if you can. Once they fought the beasts of chaos, marching to glory through many victories. Sadly, they fell, as all great men do. Now they're nothing more than hired blades. Anyone can earn their allegiance with a few pieces of gold. All I know is what I learned in my youth. The heroism of King Wenson and his court of enchantments. My gran spoke of them nightly as she sat by my bedside. For all I know, the House of Ballads is nothing more than myth. But I have a feeling that it exists somewhere out in the deep mists of the Feylands. It's east of here, in the meadows of Yolvin. The Feylands are a wicked place, crawling with creatures so strange you'll assume you're dreaming. Farewell.
So what happened to her? Swiss Arden. Okay. What is it? Okay. So what is this one? Alright, let's do the father one. I like this place. Very British-like. What the fuck?
I am Katrin. Do you require my healing touch in mind, body, or both?
Yes, please.
I am unable to watch while others suffer. Too many mortals have fallen prey to the Tuatha, and I could not stomach it. So I left my home in Rathir and travelled west. There are many Almain villages just like this one, yearning for peace, crying out in pain. What good are my gifts if I cannot make what is broken whole again? Be safe.
Can you believe those monks?
Don't trust the monks.
Alright, I think we're gonna stop here for tonight. Bye bye.